guys, and welcome back to my channel. We are here with our Sims 3 rotational play in Sunset Valley. I'm using a different mic because I finally have a desktop, which I'm so excited about. So this should run like 1,000 times better. Obviously, when you're recording, you might get a little bit lag that you don't normally get because obviously recording software takes up some of the RAM as well. So that's just like a thing. Anyways, so I have a couple of announcements to announce about this LP. There's things that I've come up with that I want to change or some things that I want to do differently. I'm going to let him go to bed. Well, he's already figuring it out himself. Anyways, so I have officially played all the way through the first round on my own, on like my personal game of this. I played all the way through the Sims. I've edited all the Sims looks and all of that good stuff, and locked in their wishes on my own personal save, and everything is going great. I'm actually more in love with this now that I've come up with a couple of different rules or like wishes, I guess, that I would like to incorporate. So I've got the order written down already. I already know what house I'm going to go into next. So this is Gobias Koffi, if you don't know, or Koffi, however you say his name. Anyways, so a couple of the rules that I have added in are the fact, I don't know why it's not fast forwarding while he's sleeping, because like nobody has time for this. Anyways, so I think it was already in the rules that we will remodel the houses on the second time through. If they have a certain amount of money, which that certain amount of money is, they have to have more than 50,000 simoleons in their household funds before I'll even consider remodeling houses, because I'll be honest with you, a lot of these houses really need it, but I'm not gonna spend 10,000 and remodel one room. You get what I'm saying? Like, I would rather remodel the whole lot at once than have to do it multiple different times. Every round after the first one, every household is going to pay taxes. I'm going to use the NROS tax collector mod, and what it does is it just collects taxes from a list of households, and then I can use that to edit the world. So that's how I'm going to make it okay for me to edit lots. Now, I already placed one in this save, and you guys all know about it. It's the fortune teller career. It's like over on that beach over there. I'm not going to worry about that. That's an added lot. It's not something that's already here, so it's not something I could just be like, okay, we're going to do this. But from now on, whenever I want to remodel a lot or add a lot to the worlds, I need to have the money to do so in the city funds. So the Sims will be paying a certain percentage of money on their second round, is what we'll call it. So any Sims that are played in the first round, they will be taxed in the second round, and depending on what their household net worth is will determine how much we tax them. And we'll get into that more when it's time for that, but right now we're just going to worry about playing through the first round and editing the looks of all the Sims and all of that, and then we'll go from there. So I've already got some stuff. They can also have deductions taken out. So like if they owe, say, 10,000 based on their net worth, there's a couple of deductions that they can get that can make it so they don't have to pay the 10,000. They could only have to pay, say, 5,000 or 1,000. So it is really cool how it's going to work out. If my Sims are family oriented, whenever they wish to be romantic with a Sim, as in woohoo, they will always choose to try for baby because they are family oriented. So I just feel like that's something that can help us get like a bigger set of population, because as you know, no one is really going to have babies without us. I mean, there is a chance that they can, but it is very slim to none. Playing through my first household or my first round on my personal game, other than the babies that I like controlled, only 2 babies happened outside of what I was playing. So that just goes to show you that it could be really slow if I don't kind of force it a little bit more. So anytime anyone who is family oriented wants to woohoo with someone or woohoo in general, they will always try for baby when they woohoo. Also, I have a way of naming the babies that come into the world. I've written down all of the names of all of the Sims in the world, and then we're gonna name based off of like what is the least popular to the most popular letter. So like just I don't know how much you guys know about Sunset Valley, but there is no people named the letters O, Q, U, W, and I think that's it. So those will be the first letters that we use, and then we'll just keep rotating through until we have the same amount of letters, and then we'll just start going through A through Z to name our Sims, obviously. I'm also going to create a graveyard to put our Sims in because obviously I'm assuming that this is going to become a very like um populated world and people are going to die off and such. So that is something as well that we have to keep in mind. Um, does he work today? He doesn't. Okay, so we're going to take him to go fishing because he wants to go fishing and he wants to learn fishing. So we are going to take him to go do that. He also wants to join the law enforcement career. So I am testing out a mod where they have to look through the classifieds on the paper, kind of like in Sims 2, but they have to do an interview, and then once they find in the paper, and then if they like them at the interview, then they can go back for like a second interview. I don't really remember. I think if they like them at the interview, they get hired. I can't remember honestly. But it's making it really difficult for my Sims to find jobs while I'm only playing them for 3 days. So I'm thinking about removing this mod because it is making it very difficult. Because you can't just go pick up any job and like see he wants to join the law enforcement career, and I could literally do that in a split second if I didn't have this mod. So I'm gonna keep testing it out and seeing how I feel. I want to know also if the Sims, like if the interview is coming up when I'm not playing them, if they're actually going to it or not. Do you know what I mean? So I'm gonna play through my world a little bit more, like my personal one, a little bit more and see how that's going. But like, so stylist, no. And he wants law enforcement, so that's what I'm looking for. But there is no more job offers. So I don't know. Also, I'm selling out everyone's cameras and trying to clear out their inventories as much as possible because that could really bloat your game, and I don't want to get like too bloated. I'm already saving the memories, or not the memories. I'm already saving the wants and the opportunities when I'm leaving the households. So I don't want to bloat the um save anymore if I don't need to. So that's something that I'm trying to also get rid of. So like he's got seeds in his inventory and a book. Normally the book I would put in a bookshelf. I don't think he actually has a bookshelf. I think he's one of those households that doesn't have a bookshelf. So he'll just keep it in his inventory or we'll choose to sell it, whatever. Um but yeah, so that's something that I've also been working on. But yeah, so the mod, I'm not sure if I want to keep using that mod because I want them to just be able to get whatever jobs they want. And I've also changed the lifespan a bit, so they don't have as many days. They have just a certain amount of days, which I think is okay, honestly, because um I don't want the lifespans to be too long and people live forever. So we're going to have to kind of push a little bit through it. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I've always played where my Sims have completed their lifetime wishes, and they've had like a perfect family and blah, 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 whatever. But this is more about what they want. So if they don't want to work on any skills that are going to benefit them in their career, I'm not going to. And if they don't want to get a promotion, I'm not going to force it. And if they want to quit their job in the middle of it, they can. Um, I think that it's more realistic that not everyone would complete their lifetime wish. Um, yes, that is something that they're striving for, but I just think it's unrealistic that everyone would complete that lifetime wish and have like a perfect life. Not everyone reaches the top of a business. You know what I mean? Not everyone reaches the top of their career. So I'm just thinking outside the box. I just think that maybe I'm going to try and play a little bit differently just because I think it'd be really cool if not everyone was so perfect all the time. That is just me, obviously. So you guys don't have to agree with me on that. Like, if you guys want to play differently on your terms, feel free. Cause like it's your game, but that's how I'm gonna play my game. Because I've been thinking about it. I don't really think that's realistic at all. Um, so I'm not gonna travel with anyone unless they absolutely need to travel. And so I will knock out all the traveling wishes and university wishes. I will also knock those out unless it is the second generation. So the first generation, they're already young adults. I feel like they would have already went to college unless they have the aspiration or the lifetime wish, I mean, to, you know, go to college and get all the degrees, which nobody in Sunset Valley has. Then I don't think I need to send anyone to university. They just get that wish because it's kind of like forced on them. So I'm not going to do that unless they're a teenager who ages up to a young adult and then they want to get like a degree because they're becoming an adult, and then I'm going to send a whole household of 8, or at least I'm going to try to, and I'm going to try and play their graduations, or their I'm going to try and play their week at university when I can play them all together. So I'm going to put them all into one house and I'll remember what households they're from. And then what I'll do is when they're done with that week and we come back here, I'll go back through my rotation until it reaches them again and do it like that. Or I can play their whole entire graduation, like all the way up to the graduation, in 4 episodes. And then once they have officially graduated, they come back here to the world and then they get put back into the rotation in the homes that they were already in. I hope that makes sense. I would really like to answer this phone call, but I want him to finish learning the fishing skill, so I'm just kind of waiting. And he should finish this anytime. Deliver 3 very nice or better tomatoes to the restaurant or something. Sure. Because he is into gardening, obviously. He wants to catch a goldfish. So he's very fishing oriented, as you can tell. So he wants to learn the bait for the anchovy. The easiest way that I know of how to do this is to take him up here to the bookstore, which he works in the science career, so it's not what I'm looking for. It's right here. And we're going to actually shop for books. And we're just going to buy the book that you can learn the bait for anchovies because that's just the easiest way to do it in my opinion. Now I need to buy him a planter bowl because he does want to buy a planter bowl. And yeah, so that's how university is going to work. Anyways, I'm kind of all over the place and I do apologize. And I apologize if that air is really, really loud. It only runs every so often, but I just feel like it gets really loud in the background and there's nothing I can do about it. It's my central air, and where my desk is the only place my desk can be. So unfortunately that's just kind of how it's going to be. So I do apologize if that gets really loud and you guys kind of hate it, but just know it won't be forever, obviously, because AC won't run forever. Okay, so we're looking for this book, and since he's here, we'll just go ahead and have him just read up on it. I mean, why not while we're here? And then I think there was something else that I wanted to tell you guys. I will write down all the babies that are born outside of our time, like in order, so that when we're not playing them, I know who needs to be named first. But we'll be playing this household until Friday. And eventually all of these Sims will be like, not remodeled. What am I thinking of? I don't know. I can't think about it. But everyone here will eventually have different clothes on and different hairstyles. I try not to use the same ones for multiple people. And everybody will look so amazing. And I love how it already is in my other game, like my personal version of this, to see how it was going to work. I just love how different it is. It's just so freaking cool to like see it. I hate though that they keep making my Sims paparazzi, so I'm gonna try and figure out a way to get rid of that in my personal game. Like, she is paparazzi, but she's not technically someone from Sunset Valley, so it doesn't really bother me. But like, if it made Xander paparazzi, I would not feel okay with that. And I think it's honestly Fiona McIrish that it keeps making in my personal game, and I keep telling it to stop, but it doesn't listen. Grow an apple. Okay, so you can see, like, he is getting lifetime wishes. Now, obviously, they're not going to get wishes to spend their points. So I'm going to have to, like, either base it off of each sim personally, or I'm going to have to base it off of, like, the sims, just like a general, like, this is what I'm going to get for everybody kind of thing. I don't really know if I want to, how I want to do it at this point. I might just spend it on what I feel like that person needs the most. So like, maybe if the person, like, if I did off their personalities and the person is family oriented, I could do it where the person who's family oriented has to get like fertility treatment first. You know what I'm saying? So we would have like multiples or and I just feel like that would be kind of cool. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what we can come up with. Because I'm not really sure. How I want to do that. Like I said, like, this is still a work in progress. I've never played rotationally like this in The Sims 3, and everyone is being aged as if we were playing The Sims 2, and I know that probably doesn't make sense to anyone. But I have edited the. I'm just gonna let him do whatever he wants. But I have edited the city hall a little bit. So the tax collector computer is here. And we need to put donation boxes out at the different lots that we do want to edit, like the gym and the library and things like that. But I did put in this kind of hidden staircase. I forgot to put the green shrubbery around it, so I will do that on my own free time. But down here, this is the tax collector computer. So obviously it works as a normal computer, but you can choose tax collector. And I can do money transfers. So what I'm going to do for this, for the money transfers, is I don't think there's any kind of child support in the game at the moment for me. So I'm going to transfer money to my Sims other households. So like, say Gobias had a baby with Susan Wainwright. Okay, these are just random names I'm just pulling from nowhere. So I would transfer a certain amount of money per child to that household every time I played, and I would do it for the 3 days that I'm playing him. So say it was 10 simoleons per day for that child, I would go ahead and I would transfer 30 simoleons to her for the baby that they had together that he's not raising. If that makes sense. I really hope that makes sense. And then we could go from there. And this is also how I will collect all the taxes from the tax lots, or I don't know if I want to pay it just like each household. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I want to pay it just every household, like when I'm playing them, or so you guys can see it, or if I should just have it where the taxes are collected whenever I start playing the wolf family. I don't know which way would be easier. So that is the thing. This here is my aging, so nobody gets their money when I'm not playing them. And also we have The Sims 2 aging. If you guys want any more information about these two mods, I can give you guys the names of them. If you guys ask for them, if you guys are interested, in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm not really going to worry about it, but this does help with like rotational play, and then the taxes is just because I want to be able to collect taxes so that I can have like a way to say that we're pulling money from like the town hall kind of thing, and that's how we're paying to upgrade all of these different lots, because I think that'll be really cool. So any lot that I have plans for, or I want to just edit the looks of, will have to have money given to it so that I can spend that money to be able to edit that lot. I really hope that's making sense for you guys and you guys are understanding what I mean. But yeah, somebody is digging in the trash. Oh my god, it's Simus Pitchler. Oh my gosh, I love it. The Sims are just so, they just do their own thing, honestly. Like, we can pick up seeds for him because he does garden, but like I'm not really forcing him to do his garden. Um so that's just kind of how it goes. Like, he wants to read a book right now, so that's what I'm letting him do. It's just, that's kind of how I'm starting to play. It's just letting the game kind of take over more. Like, who is this? Jack Bunch and Susan Wainwright are flirting right here in front of the grocery store. I don't know why or what started it, but Blair's standing right there. Her mom is flirting, and she doesn't even care. Susan doesn't even care that her daughter is seeing her flirt with this man. And it's not her husband. And, oh, I was going to say, I thought it was Boyd at first. I was going to be like, Boyd was right there, but he's not. I'm gonna be honest with you, she flirts with Gobias Koffi in my game right in front of Boyd, and Boyd doesn't even like, he's still in love with her. I don't understand it. I really don't. But yeah, it's so weird to see them dressed like this because they're not like that in my game anymore. Like, everyone has their looks changed, so it's just so different to see them dressed differently now. It's like almost insane to think that they looked like this compared to what they look like in my game. This rain is so loud. Oh my gosh. Whoa, who was that? I didn't even see them walk in. Okay, like, Jack, could you... Oh my goodness. Look at all the people here. Seriously, this is like the hottest spot in town. I swear to goodness. Go home and eat. Freaking weirdo. This man is still just reading this snowflake book. Like, honestly. Okay, so I think everyone is done flirting with everyone, and that's fine. I think he should go home. There's Boyd, Darlene, and Malcolm. Everyone is just kind of doing their own thing. They're all kind of just standing here, which is kind of creepy. I don't know why this started lagging so bad all of a sudden. It's kind of ridiculous. Okay, we're going to go home because he's just sitting in the rain reading a book. Like, go home. Nobody wants to read a book in the rain. That is unrealistic. Okay. So, we're going to get him to eat something when he gets home because he is really hungry. The only things they don't have to wish for, obviously, are their needs to be taken care of. That's my responsibility to keep them alive. So, if I want the LP to keep going, I have to keep the Sims alive. You know what I mean? So, like, I have to take care of their needs when they start to get down so that they don't die off, pretty much. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and have some autumn salad for dinner. It's just something quick and easy, so that's what we're gonna do. And then he should probably chat with somebody because he is pretty darn socially deprived. And then these were looking pretty bad, but they're okay now because it rained. So he doesn't have anything to worry about. Okay. He's soaked. Well, he'll be just fine. Go ahead and eat that. And I also want everyone to have a home phone because I just think it's realistic that not everyone would have a cell phone because I just think that's too much. Not everyone has a cell phone even in real life, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna have him use his home phone and he's gonna call and chat with somebody and he's got a lot of wishes for Susan. So I'm just gonna have him chat with Susan and it's also his boss, so it makes sense that he would want to talk with her or become friends with her to try and get a promotion, you know? And then when he's done talking with her, I'm actually going to have him go to bed because it is already that time. So it should be coming up soon on the top of my screen that the aging is kicked in, which will pretty much what it does is whenever I'm on an active household, it'll set this person to age, and everyone else in the world is got the aging of never. So there you go. It's the aging alarm was just triggered. So his age went up 1 day. He's now got 37 days until he ages. Now it'll only do this when I'm playing him. So um right now he's the only sim that's in this household, but it would do it for everyone that's in the household whenever you're on that household. So like, if he had a baby at some point and a wife, they would also have gotten triggered by the aging alarm, but everyone else in the world has the status of aging up as never until I switch to them, and then it will tell me that they've become active, and then once they become active, they will age up that night. So it always ages them up at 11:55 at night, which is perfect because I switch at 7 or I switch at midnight to the next house. So it works out really, really well that they age up at that specific time because it's literally right before I switch households. So it's perfect. Okay, so we're on our second day now with him. Um, let's see. Okay, so we're just gonna have him take care of his needs. He wants to grow a tomato and a apple. So he does want to garden a bit. So let's just have him have some pancakes. And we should probably go out here and like tend our garden because oh, he's not gonna have enough time. I should have done this yesterday, but he should have tended his garden because he wants to grow an apple and a tomato, and that's very gardening. Like that's really stepping it up and taking care of his garden. And I will do his makeover after. I think the next household, because I'll have a little bit more time to record, hopefully, I will do the makeover before the episode. I might even go through and do like a couple of makeovers in one, depending on how big the households are, because some of them can get very, very big. But like Erin Kennedy lives by herself, so I could do that. And like Connor and Jared Frio are just two guys, so they would be quick. It's when you get like multiple Sims in a household that you have to make over that it gets time consuming. So those are the ones that I would only do like one makeover, probably maybe two if lucky. But yeah, I really want him to eat this, but I feel like he's not gonna have enough time. Is he gonna have enough time? Probably not. And if he doesn't eat it on his own, okay, whatever. I'll put it in the fridge and he can eat it tomorrow. He'll actually have breakfast for tomorrow. And his bills just got delivered. and I am not going to go with him to his job because there's nothing for me to stare at. So I'm just going to tell him to meet his fellow scientists. And then when he gets home, he needs to pay his bills. Okay, we don't want to save yet. Pay bills. Hopefully they feed him while he's there. And then we're actually going to tend the garden when he is done. Because like I said, he wants to do those things. I wish he could oh, he can fish here. But I don't think you can catch. Oh, you can catch things in his pool. See, that makes absolutely no sense. But we'll try. Oh, you know what? Before we do these two things, we should probably look for the law enforcement career because that's actually what he wants to do instead of working in a science. He's a jack of all trades, so I kind of think it's okay. And technically, he's a 4, and he has to reach level 5 of 4 different careers. So, he actually won't reach level 5 of this today, will he? Is he even going up in performance? Oh, yeah, he is. Okay. See, like, these people, he's meeting these people, but they don't actually live in Sunset Valley. Like, this girl, she's not part of Sunset Valley. No, keep your job. So he should probably wait to change jobs until he's reached level 5, because that's technically what he needs to do, reach level 5 of 4 different careers. So we should probably just keep waiting. I'm going to speed up while he's on his way home. Okay, there we go. And he's just going to pay his bills. He really doesn't have that much money, but he has enough to pay his bills. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so let's just see if the law enforcement's in there. I probably won't take it if it is. I'm kind of hoping it's not. But we'll see. Okay, let's have him sit down. And we're just going to see if the law enforcement ends up being in there today. Daycare. What else? A candy striper, that's medical. I think that's a part-time career, to be honest. An acrobat. I think that's going to be it. Yep, I knew it. Okay, well, we're going to have him recycle this. What am I hearing? Oh, it's a dog. Oh, he looks sad. Okay, so they did feed him at work, so we don't have anything to worry about there. But we're going to have him go outside and tend to his garden real quick while we can. And I'll speed him up a little bit because he is going to take a little bit of time. I also, when he's done tending the garden outside, he should probably plant something in this bowl. Like, what's the point of having it if we're not going to plant anything in it? So let's see what we can do here. And obviously this is going to help him with the science career. So that's good too. It literally sounds like they say some bad words right there. I'm not going to knock out any wishes that I lock in unless they absolutely cannot be completed. Like if something is locked in and something happens and I can't do it anymore, then obviously I'll knock it out. Okay, so it is a full moon tonight, which means we need to lock this for everyone but my household. So the zombies don't spawn in his garden and eat his whole entire garden. Because, like, what would be the point of it if we want to do certain things? Also, when he's done, we will have him try to catch a goldfish from his pond. I don't really know if that's going to be something he can do, but we're going to try. Because, I mean, why not, right? Okay. And he is really trying so hard here to finish this up. He is going to need a bath, but he'll get one in the morning, so I'm not going to like force him to take a bath right now just because he's dirty. Like, it's okay. And I probably will have him eat something before he goes to bed because he has to work tomorrow. Oh, well, we made waffles, so we could probably just, or we made pancakes, so we could probably just eat the pancakes when he gets up instead, actually. So I'll just let him fish for a couple of hours, and then we'll go from there. I don't really know why he can fish from his pool, because, like, some people can and some people can't. Maybe it's because he's childish. Yeah, your sim can fish in pools. So because he's childish, he can fish in his own pool. And I'm just really hoping he catches a goldfish. Honestly, that's all I really want. It says he can pull fish out of here. But I don't think I've ever really done this to know. So we'll find out if he can actually pull a goldfish out of his pool. We're waiting to see. He also needs to get the 3 tomatoes, and it's due by Monday. If he doesn't complete it before we leave, it'll just cancel out. But I was kind of hoping we were going to have it. Also, I can probably have him just throw this stuff in here, because I feel like he doesn't need that in his inventory, you know? So I'll put that in there. And he caught these anchovies, so we can put them in here too. Well, he's up to fishing level 2, but he hasn't caught anything. And he probably should go to bed. It's 11 o'clock at night. So once it says 11, I'm sending him off to bed. And then we only have one more day with him. So I have my season set to 28 days like I always do. I always have that. It's always set that way. And I have it written down in front of me, but pretty much we won't be back to the wolves until winter. So that goes to show you like how many households there are and how many days it'll take to get through them all. Can you stop it? Okay, so he is off to bed, and then we'll have him like take care of his needs like we always do in the morning. And then he can eat the leftover lemon pancakes that he made yesterday, which is great. And he does work again. So like his round, we didn't really get to do much, but again, you see the trigger comes up that he aged. So now he only has 36 days until he ages. When I change over their looks, I do take into account their favorite color because obviously that's kind of how I edit their looks. So Gobias will get a different hair and stuff, and his clothes will become more pink because that's the color, his favorite color. Um, so that is something that I do take into consideration when I'm changing them over. I think I've always done that. I just think that when you have a favorite color, like me personally in real life, my like my ultimate favorite color is silver, but you can't find silver clothes. So, excuse me. So like the next best thing for me is red and black combination. So what I do is I wear a lot of red and black. So I just think it really does affect the way you dress in real life. So that's how I dress my Sims, the way it would work. So like probably when I edit his house, I probably won't change the wall color in his room because he likes the color pink and it represents him and his love for that color. So I probably won't. And honestly, probably a lot more of the house will be pink than what is already. But yeah, so I'm just letting you guys know that I do take that into consideration when I'm changing up their looks and stuff because there's no point in them having a favorite color if you're not going to use it. But yeah, I do like his bathroom, and I don't really grab people's showers unless they want the shower. So, like, he has a bathtub and he doesn't have a wish to have a shower, so I'm not going to buy him one. until I remodel his house, maybe, but I don't know. And in Sunset Valley, there is a lot of people who have just baths instead of like a shower. There is a ton of people with just baths. So you'll be seeing a lot of bath takers in this series because that's how it goes. But if you guys haven't played Sunset Valley, obviously wouldn't know. And second, um, you'll get to see a little bit of the background stories for these Sims. I haven't really read you guys the background stories, but I mean, I could. If you guys are interested in that, I could read them. I could actually probably just read it and put it over top of like the makeovers. Obviously, the wolves, I've already done their makeover, but if you guys are interested in the backgrounds, you'll have to let me know because then I could just, like I said, throw it over top of the makeover part. And that would be like me just reading off the backstory, and then I would just implement it over top of me changing their looks. But I think that could be fun. I'm not going to have him clean it up, but because he did he like chose to do it himself, when he comes home from work, that will be the first thing he does is cleans up the dish because it was something he has to do, but I have to let him go to work. So he still needs to meet his fellow scientists. He hasn't met them all. His gardening and his handiness are still down. But he is in a great mood today, so I'm really hoping he's going to finish meeting everyone so we can push it a little bit with work hard so he can make a little bit more money. I mean, I would love for him to get to a promotion because then we could just literally jump right into law enforcement career and not have anything to worry about. But at this time, it's not realistic. It's not going to happen right now. Okay, so I put that back up there for him to clean up the dish because that was something he was wishing to do. And I am going to have him look through the classifieds. Now, again, I don't think he's going to get a promotion, so it's not really going to matter if it's in the paper, but we're going to try our hardest. I love the way the water looks when you're like fast forwarding. It looks so peaceful. Okay. So it's really cool that like my Sims are aging only the households that I'm playing, kind of like Sims 2. It just makes it so realistic, and I really love that. Repair a thingamajig at the science facility to improve your relationship with your coworkers, earn a cash bonus. So we are going to do that as well. More between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. on any day. 10 p.m. Okay, so we need to wait a long time before we can go do that. Due by Thursday at 3 a.m. Oh, okay. We'll probably have to have him go do that tonight. And then he wants to have fun. I don't know if he gets fun, but we should see if he gets fun from gardening. Now, I noticed that growing apple isn't going away. And do we have to plant another apple? Because if that's the case, we do. Well, he actually has an apple seed. So we could just plant the seed. Let's just plant it to make sure. And we don't have a tomato, so we should probably grab one of those and have him plant that. We'll have him plant this too. We'll just have him plant both of those and see how it goes. Law enforcement? Nope. I heard the ice cream truck. Okay, so see how hard it is to find a job? I just feel like that's not realistic. Okay. So we're going to have him tend the garden. Even knowing he needs fun, I feel like tending the garden for him is fun. I might be wrong, though. Let's see if he gets any fun from this. Yeah, he is. See, he is getting fun, so. Perfect. And I am going to go ahead and throw, like, the fruits that we harvest in here. Okay. And these are just seeds. so can't do anything with those. We got some peppers. Still just like watering the plants and such. Oh, he got some flame fruit. It's very cool. And he's up to gardening level 5. Just gonna throw this in here. Hopefully he's almost done. Put that in there. We'll throw these in here. Okay, so it looks like he is done. He is getting hungry. So we are going to let him go ahead and have let's have some goopy carbonara for dinner. Because Goopy loves the goopy. Also, when he's done with that, he'll probably be going out to do the opportunity, the fix-it opportunity. So we're just waiting for 10 o'clock. So we have about an hour before we can do anything with that. We're going to recycle this, and then he's going to make himself a good plate of goopy carbonara for dinner, and then we can go from there. It's like when I speed it up, sometimes it really lags it out. I don't really understand. I just feel like it has something to do with the recording and the game at the same time. All right, buddy, come on. Let's cook this up, and then we're going to go fix or repair the thingamajig at the science lab. Okay, so he is up to cooking level 3 now. That is awesome. We're going to let him finish eating, and then we're going to go repair this. And he did not burn it, which is great, because that's disgusting when they have to eat the gross burnt food. And let's see. Okay, so we're going to have him go repair this thingamajig at the science lab. And then when he's done, he can come home and sleep. And he will use and he will take a bath. So obviously, this is our last day with Gobias. So this is pretty much all that we're going to see of him. Did get out a little bit. He got to speak with Susan a little bit, which is his boss. Yeah, he's got 2 opportunities. One of them he did not get to complete. The other one he is going to complete right now. He locked in the wish to join a different career, and he went fishing a bit and gardened quite a bit. He learned the baits for anchovies and minnows. So he did quite a bit. We didn't really get to do too much with like relationships or anything. When you do start playing him, he does get the wish to flirt. I didn't have a space to lock it in. I wish I had, because then I could have chose somebody for him to flirt with, but that's okay, because I'm sure we'll get it again. You know, I'm sure he's not going to want to be by himself forever. Now, if you notice, some of these people are becoming supernaturals. I don't know what's causing that, because normally my game does not go through with that. But like Connor and Boyd are both witches, and Susan is a fairy. So that's really cool that it's just throwing them kind of into supernatural things. I don't really honestly know that's coming from, but that's right. I just want to make sure that he's aged up, and he hasn't quite yet. So I'm going to wait until he ages, and you'll see the like little green move, honestly. There it goes. And now he's 35. So now when I go to change households, I just go to my next household and I just click to make them active with Enros, because that's how I retain their dreams. So like now he's got a wish to have a tattoo and learn a new recipe, but we don't have any spaces to lock those in. So right now those are not going to be locked in. And that's it for this episode. So if you guys enjoyed this, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. In the description below is all my social media links, so definitely check those out. If you guys are enjoying this and you guys are or would love to play something like this, let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys have suggestions for like who you think should get together based off of their stories or whatever, we can try. If like someone gets like a wish to kiss someone or flirt, you know what I mean? We can try and initiate that flirt between those two people. If you guys don't have any, that's fine as well. I will figure it out on my own. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. In the description below is all of my social media links. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share the video if you can, so that my channel can grow a bit more and more people can come and watch these amazing videos. So anyways, like I said, if you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in my very next one. Thanks very much for watching.